It's more about it's about going more deeper into your conscience.
This is why Nidhi is getting deeper than Sadhguru. Hey guys, welcome to the Spiritual Station. We're all ready for our next video. My name is Atul Gupta and
I'm Vishwanshu.
Nidhi Agarwal here.
I hope this finds all of you very well. And today we're going to watch a video on Sadhguru. Have you guys ever heard any of Sadhguru's videos in the past?
What I like about Sadhguru is that he's very articulate and he's very relatable. So he gives very positive, practical examples and ways that you can relate with. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the way he talks. I like his energy. He has a very calm persona, but at the same time, he's very strict on what he believes in. That's what the impression I get after I see him. So I really like watching him as well. I watched quite a few of his videos. I have not seen this one though.
What's he talking about today?
Today he'll be talking about on how do you get started on spirituality.
Oh, great.
Let's see if it's relevant to all of us.
Super.
Okay, let's start.
Let's get into it.
Turn around once. Just turn around. Just turn around, turn around. See, all of you see what's written on his t-shirt. A. Yeah, that's where you start, A. Don't start with Z. A. You must start with A. A means it's a beginning, isn't it? So, where should you start? Does it happen in stages? Where should you start? I think we've been repeatedly saying, you can only start from where you are. You cannot start somewhere else. Don't try to start anywhere. There's nothing to start. It's already long ago it's been started. You are trying to just hasten it, that's all. You can't start it, it's already started. Your longing to grow has started, isn't it? Maybe you're thinking of more money, but that's only your misunderstanding. But essentially, you want to be something more. That's a spiritual process. Misguided, but a spiritual process. You want to become powerful, you want to become rich, you want to become knowledgeable, you want to be loved, you want to have pleasure, all these are spiritual processes going in wrong directions, that's all. Unconscious conducting of… you're unconsciously conducting a spiritual process. If you conduct anything unconsciously, you may flounder every step, maybe off the mark, isn't it? If you walk… now if I tell you, drive home with your eyes closed, before you get out of the parking lot, you will be in quite a bit of mess, isn't it? So now, don't try to start anywhere, just become more and more conscious. As you become more conscious, it will naturally find its way. To be conscious, to be aware, what it means. If you try to be aware, you cannot be aware. People are always mistaking mental alertness for awareness. Mental alertness will enhance your ability to survive better. You can survive better with mental alertness. But that is not awareness. Awareness means, right now are you here, right now? Do you know that you're here? That's awareness. You're aware, that's why you know that you're here. Otherwise you would not know. Suppose you do not know that you're here, isn't it? If somebody… you know. So someone is dead, poke, no awareness. Someone is asleep, poke, immediately there. Now you don't have to be poked, still you're there. So what I'm saying is, your awareness anyway is coming in different stages. Have you noticed at different times of the day you're in different levels of awareness? So it can be heightened. What is needed for survival naturally happens. Even when it comes to survival mode, not every individual is alert to the same extent. Now you're driving on the street, not everybody is alert to the same extent, it's a survival process, driving. But not everybody is alert to the same extent. So even in the survival mode, not everybody is alert to the same extent, and that can be heightened. If you heighten this awareness continuously, a point will come where it's no more about survival. Something that is not needed for your survival will also come into your awareness. When that comes into your awareness, that which is not needed for your survival is bound to be a dimension beyond the physical. So when that comes into your living experience of life, you're on. Very simple. Those 7 days, what we were doing with you is slowly wind you up, wind you up, wind you up in such a way that you become more and more aware. Suddenly after 5-6 days, you are like… After that, if you kept up your practice, gradually it'll move up every day. Otherwise, slowly you became dim once again. Have you noticed this? You steadily keep up your practice, how your awareness is, you give it up and slowly, voltage is going down. If voltage goes down, the light becomes dim. Light becomes dim, you see very few things. The voltage is really high, light becomes really bright and you see everything. This is awareness. So you don't work on your awareness or your consciousness or your spiritual growth, you just work upon your voltage. You keep your energies up as much as possible, and when energies are up, you tend to get entangled with something. You make sure you don't get entangled with anything. See, an adolescent is far more energetic than other people, but he's always getting into trouble because he has the energy but he doesn't have the stability. So to have the energy and to maintain the stability, if you do these two things if you do, rest will happen by itself, nothing to do. Simply sit and enjoy.
I thought this would be a much simpler video than what it turned out to be actually.
Yeah.
It started a bit simple, but I think it got a bit deeper and abstract for me as the video went on.
Yeah. I mean, you can really read into a video like this. It's a very deep video, but I would just want to say that I'm not sure whether this answered the fundamental question on how to get started with spirituality, but it did, I mean, even though it was a little off the topic for me, but it was still a very, very good video.
Yeah. I think maybe it was an excerpt from a larger conversation.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That was, I think, to me very open-ended, kind of take your own inference out of it to some
True.
extent.
I mean, I think what I liked the beginning of the video where he spoke, I mean, it's just a different perspective, where he said that when you're chasing different things in life, there's nothing wrong with that, but he said it's misguided spirituality, I think.
That's a very, very good point. Like,
so all of us are looking to grow, but we're using that urge or desire or want to grow, and we're putting all our force or energy
into more materialism, more
which I don't think is wrong,
self-gratification.
but there should be a balance. But our society and environment kind of drives us, I guess, towards one particular direction.
And I think to add to that point, it's also how he spoke about when you realize that you have taken care of your survival needs, and when you want to do something beyond just surviving. I think that's when, to me, spirituality comes in place. And just, I also like the point that he said that your journey of spirituality has already started before you starting anything, because just the fact that you're curious about spirituality, that itself is…
You're starting right there, yeah.
I agree. It's about hastening the process. We have already started our spiritual journeys, I guess, in many ways. So that's a very profound thought. And how he goes on to, talk about mental alertness versus awareness. And that's a very good point. To me, it's a similar thing is between the difference between intellectuality and intuition. So intuition, according to me, the more your awareness deepens and the more you get in balance with your awareness, the more intuitive you are as a person.
Sure.
Animals are one big example through which we can learn. You know, all animals do are procreate and have survival instincts, whether they hunt for food or whether they hunt for shelter. I mean,
And
that's
they have the alertness.
Yeah.
They don't have the awareness.
Exactly. So that's the
True.
basic things which animal do, and we as human beings, I guess, have one more added advantage than animals, and that is our ability to reflect our conscious mind. I won't say intelligence, because many animals in different ways are more intelligent even than us. So I won't say intelligence, but our ability to listen to our conscience, to be able to raise our consciousness.
We're blessed to, like, we don't realize because we're so many human beings on this planet, but we're blessed to have
A human structure.
Yeah, we should really make the most of what we have.
Yeah.
Another point that comes to my mind now while reflecting is what you mentioned about adolescence. You know, about stability with what was the other adjective that he used?
Yeah.
With energy, maybe. Yeah, you're right. And I think what that means to me is sometimes we have such a simple life and we try and do too much and complicate it, which takes away from simple things that we need to do in life. And one of that could be spirituality. Depends on what we all are looking to achieve in our life. So I really liked that point.
What is being aware for y'all? How do y'all define being aware?
Being aware is not reacting instantaneously, trying to gauge the situation, take the best possible solution, listen to your conscience. If your conscience is saying this is a good thing to do, try to
Sure.
listen to it before it dies on you. The way you develop that is by trying to go deeper into your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind, according to science also now, is just the tip of the iceberg. So there's a lot more. Even Einstein has said that we use only 3% of our total capacity to think. So I'm sure there's so much more within us, within our depth, which we need to tap into.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, I think there are many processes that one must follow. Like we keep discussing spiritual processes, intuitive processes that many of these foundations have, whether it's Isha Foundation, whether it's Hare Ram Hare Krishna, doing the chanting or the kirtan, whether it's the art of living, whether it's what I follow, the Anand Marg, being present in the now. I know this is being said a lot, but can we actually be present at the moment? That is very important,
I completely agree with you out there.
Yes, she finally agrees with me. I've been trying
After how many
to
years?
7 years.
If you guys didn't know, they're married, these two.
7
They have
years.
3 kids.
3 kids.
Fourth one on the way.
I think your entire day goes in just doing things. And I think for me, awareness is just about taking a little bit of like a microsecond to absorb what you're trying to do, to kind of reflect on it and then act upon it.
Don't be on auto mode.
Yeah, don't
I
be on
think,
auto.
yeah, and also, I mean, if we can get our conscious or our being into that state where everything that we do is actually become spiritual. So I think it's more a state of mind rather than what we are doing. So we can raise a state of mind that no matter what we are doing, we can bring spiritual energy into it. Then you don't even need to think. Then every thought would be coming from a spiritual,
a deeper part
Yeah.
of you. Spirituality for me is just going deeper within your subconscious and subconscious mind and trying to reach to the level where there is absolute knowledge, or what we call happiness or bliss or godliness. So guys, thank you for stopping by the spiritual station. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, and leave your thoughts, your views, and what we should react to next.
Stay curious.
stay spiritual.
And until next time.